Guys, I will be back at 5 p.m. tomorrow for happy hour, and we'll figure out what we're doing then. Please mount the like button on the way out the door. Please make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you are not already. And have a good night, guys. We'll see you soon. Bye. Wait. What? What? Wait. No one go anywhere. What? But I thought James wasn't thinking about me. James swore up and down that he was never thinking about me. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Stand by. James apparently has figured out that I do indeed have a stock account, and it doesn't actually matter if you block me. I'm still going to see everything you're doing anyway. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. 5 minutes. Oh my God. Oh my God. James again. Because I have been, wow. So now James Lindsay's followers have made a Twitter account that says, why is Karlin Borisenko, with like no followers. And apparently they've created a propaganda video about me that claims I'm obsessed with James. And James, because remember, guys, remember, James Lindsay doesn't think about me at all. James Lindsay tweeted just the other day that he never thinks about me. And yet, in the past week and a half, James Lindsay accused me of having borderline personality disorder because John Morgan, who's a member of my community, wrote a fan fiction that was about me. James was like a minor part in the fan fiction, and I hadn't even read it yet by the time James was already complaining about it. So James said that I have borderline personality disorder because someone else wrote a fan fiction in which he had an unflattering role that he did not like. And so that was the first thing. And then I made a video about how James accused me of having a personality disorder. And then what did he do next? Oh, then James and his audience said that I'm a member of the secret Gnostic sex cult because I know about the law of attraction and A Course in Miracles. And so that means I'm a queer Gnostic sex cultist, which I'm not a Gnostic, so I don't know where he got that. So then I made a video about that. And then James started cavorting with trolls and just like the most toxic people of the internet to smear me even further. This is the second time that James has posted a smear video from this account, from the people running this account in order to smear me. And again, claiming that I have a personality disorder because I've been making videos quite literally showing you James Lindsay's tweets. This is my crime. This is why I have a personality disorder, is I retweeted a fan fiction that I didn't write. And then I do videos literally just showing you James Lindsay's tweets about me. Oh, right. Oh, this is the other thing he did. This is the other thing. After I did the Gnostic sex cult stream, James Lindsay posted a Photoshop screenshot to make it look like my stream only had 1 view when it had over 1,000. So James is like quite literally manufacturing evidence, or people are manufacturing evidence on James's behalf and like DMing it to him, and he's just posting it to smear me with like reckless disregard for the truth at all. James, listen, bro. I'm not going to watch this video from this troll account because I've had a really long day. Unlike James Lindsay, I've been actually going under, well, it isn't really undercover, but I did sign up under a fake name. I did get inside a queer liberation conference and have been streaming it for like 4 hours a day the last couple days. I also did a late night stream last night. I've done 5 p.m. streams. I have been streaming a lot. I'm tired. I have a lot of clips to make. James Lindsay is like, obviously I am living rent free in James's head, but unlike James, I have other things to do with my life. And I don't have memes to make because I'm not the maker of the memes that James Lindsay hates so much. Other people are the makers of the memes. But I do have clips to make and I do have other stuff to do. Rottweiler says, prepare the orbital meme cannons. So what people might not know is, if James wants to keep escalating, my community are way better trolls than James's community. In fact, my community, the internet meltdown that we're actually seeing from James now is the result of like months of effort from my community to just like harangue his ass and be on his ass. Basically what's happening is we are taking and adapting the tactics of the groypers in terms of like haranguing Turning Point and haranguing conservative influencers. And we're targeting James Lindsay because James Lindsay is lying to his audience about what's going on in order to shill for the conservative narrative. And I feel like it's important to point out that James Lindsay is lying because he's misleading millions of people regarding what is actually going on in the world. But my point is this, my community are way better trolls. We have basically a meme factory. Yeah, Human Centipede. James is posting about me again. James just posted another video from another troll account about me. I was like about ready to end the stream, and then Bill came in the chat. He was like, James is posting about you again. Well, yeah, I mean, I asked John Morgan to write another fan fiction, but you know what? Listen, John Morgan is an artist. He's a writer. He writes very nicely. He writes good fiction. And we're going to wait for John Morgan to be inspired to write another fan fiction, because that last fan fiction that John Morgan wrote that really was only meant for my community, and the only reason more people in the world saw the fan fiction was because James complained about the fan fiction. And in the fan fiction, James might have been whipped by me until he admitted whiteness means capitalism, and he may have been offered up as a ritual sacrifice to the Gnostic sex cult, in which he released the revelation onto the world that whiteness means capitalism. I mean, it wasn't the most flattering role, but I'm just saying it was a work of brilliance, and I feel like John Morgan was inspired when he wrote that fan fiction. So you can't rush these things. Let John Morgan cook. Another one's going to come. We know that. Anyway, what people might not know is that my community is already coordinating our next attack on James, and we've registered GnosticSexCult.com, and we already own BetterDiscourses.com, and we're cranking up meme production. We're getting a little bit more strategic in our attacks. If James thinks that he can just like, if James thinks he can outdo us by retweeting a troll account with 7 followers, bro, who do you think you're dealing with? I literally wrote the book about fighting back against the woke left. If James had bothered to read my book, he would have found that there was an entire chapter dedicated to annoying the left. One of the rules I have for fighting back against the woke left is to mock them relentlessly. If James Lindsay wants to act like a woke little bitch, if James Lindsay wants to abandon all semblance of intellectual integrity, then I have no problem taking the rules in the book that I literally wrote and applying them directly to him. James Lindsay is not a special and unique snowflake. He is worthy of criticism, just like everyone else. and he's lying to his audience about what's going on. Never, ever forget that queer theory is not a Gnostic sex cult. Queer theory is an attack on the gender binary to abolish it because they believe capitalism created the gender binary. It's also an attack on the nuclear family to abolish that because they believe the nuclear family upholds capitalism. Every single time James Lindsay says that queer theory is a Gnostic sex cult, he is lying to his audience overtly, and that's based on watching thousands of hours of far left socialist training. We know what the queer Marxists are saying. We know what they're doing. James refuses to look at this and instead says Gnostic sex cult, Gnostic sex cult, Gnostic sex cult, Oprah, United Nations, law of attraction, Gnostic sex cult, over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. He is misleading millions of people who are going to have their children impacted because they don't understand what's going on because James refuses to tell them. And if I need to go to war with James Lindsay to harangue his ass until he either does the right thing or shuts up and gets out of the way to let other people do it, I will do it. And my community is far better. We are far more creative. James Lindsay's community is basically a bunch of like conservative Christian old lady milfs that are trying to get James to lick their pussy. That's all it is. You think my community, who aren't even mostly conservative, are going to be outworked by a bunch of old lady conservative Christians? Not that there's anything wrong with being an old lady conservative Christian. I have old lady conservative Christians in my audience too. But my audience is way more creative. They're not bitter about how their life turned out. And we're cranking up meme production, James, and you can eat a dick. You're just going to have to deal with it until you start being responsible. But keep dreaming about me, James. Keep dreaming about me. It's all right, bro. It's all right. You're not the first. You won't be the last. It's okay. I have lived in many people's heads rent-free for years at a time. And while James is complaining about me, I will be doing the best protest coverage that you're finding on the internet. I will be breaking everything down bit by bit. I will be explaining how it all goes together. The very best place to follow me if you want up to the minute protest coverage is going to be my Twitter account, which is Dr. Carlin B. And coincidentally, before we go, here is a testimonial that someone left on my video where I was explaining how James Lindsay literally photoshopped evidence to try to discredit me to prevent people from watching my content. And she said, I watched James a long, long time ago, but what he was teaching didn't make any sense with what we were actually seeing inside schools. Your work has always been clear and with direct connections to the actual people who are influential in the socialist march forward. James is leading people down a hellhole of lies, and he is going to defend it to the detriment of all the families and children who depend on knowing the truth. Thank you, Carlin. Hopefully more people will start to see the truth you are shining a bright light on. James, if you think that some video from some troll account posted by people who have literally been harassing me for the last 4 years is going to stop me from doing what I want to do and saying what I want to say and telling the truth about what's going on and calling you on your bullshit, you are insane, bro. The irony is that being harassed for 4 years by the people that now James is now working with and colluding with did more for my resiliency than anything else in the world. There is nothing you can say about me. There is nothing you can do to me that hasn't already been done before. And I live to tell the tale, and now I'm stronger than you can ever dare dream. So keep reing on Twitter, James. We're going to keep moving forward. All right, guys, that's all I have. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.